So we wanted to look at the effects of transformations on coordinates, and I said this is because sometimes you don't get the original function, but you may get given a sketch with specific points and features you need to transform, and so where would these points end up? Now we started this first one and we said this is a translation, so it moves to the left one, so the x-coordinates have 1 subtracted, which is why we have these things here. The second one, we said that the x-coordinates are all halved, so we should have 2, 3, a half, 0, and 3 minus 4. Notice how the y-coordinate doesn't change at all. So what's this one going to do to the y-coordinates or the x-coordinates? It's going to triple the y-coordinate. So you're going to do 3 multiplied by the y-coordinate, which then just becomes 4, 9, 1, 0. Notice how this one doesn't change. Okay, so this one is, we said that before, if it's on the 0, it's not going to change. And then 6 minus 12. So it's actually going to go lower down for this bit. What's going to happen in this one? X or y coordinates, and what happens to it? Abdi? So you're going to do the y coordinate, and you're going to minus 1. It's a translation of it going down 1. So you should have 4, 2, 1 minus 1, and 6 minus 5. Ikram, what is f of x over 4 going to do? Yeah, so the x coordinates are all going to be multiplied by 4. So it's going to stretch outwards in the x direction. So you're going to have 4, 12. Oh no, not 4, 12. 16, 3. I can't tell the difference between x and y. 16, 3, 4, 0, and 24 minus 4. And you can even just see with those numbers that it's stretching out in the horizontal direction because the x coordinates are so much bigger. What about this one here when it's f of minus x, Zainab? So you can either write x coordinate negates, or you could say x coordinate multiplies by minus 1. But I'm going to say that the x coordinate negates. So that would give us minus 4, 3, minus 1, 0, and minus 6, minus 4. And then the last one is obviously the y coordinate negates. So we get 4 minus 3, 1, 0, nothing happens there, and 6, 4. So, yep.
It would be better to say negates. If I asked you
No preference. If you say, I like saying negates just because it's one word that's really obvious of it going from positive to negative or negative to positive, but you could say everything multiplies by minus 1. It doesn't really matter. There's no preference for those things that we've got there, okay? Personally, this is the way I like to think of transformations. I like to think of transformations as how they affect the coordinates, because my brain just works in that kind of way. Some people like to actually imagine, like when we did those Desmos demonstrations, they like to imagine the whole thing stretching or compressing. But I personally just like to think of a few coordinates and think about how they behave for it shifting, which is what was going to be coming up in this next exam question that you've already had a go at here. So we're going to go through the answers for this. So it says that figure 1 shows a sketch of the curve with equation y equals f of x, where f of x equals x squared brackets 9 minus 2x. So before we even start the question, what type of curve is this? And be more specific. It's a negative cubic because we have this minus 2x that we've got here. So we know it's a negative cubic. It has a repeated root at 0, and then we're going to find out what the other part is as well. It says that there is a minimum at the origin and a maximum at the point 327. And remember I said we're going to learn about how you can find those yourself later on, but for now we'll just tell you where those the minimum and maximum points are. And it says that C cuts the x-axis at the point A that we have over here. And it says write down the coordinates for A. When it says write down, that means they don't care about any working that you do. They think you can just write down the answer straight away. So what is the coordinates of A? 9 over 2, 0. Because we know from this equation that we've got here, the roots are x equals 0, and that one is a repeated root. And the other one is when 9 minus 2x equals 0, which is when x is equal to 9 over 2. You're solving 9 minus 2x equals 0, which gives you 9 over 2. So this coordinate here is 9 over 2, or 4.5. It then says on separate diagrams, sketch the curve with equation y equals f of x plus 3. Now before we do this, I like to go to the diagram and label where all of my key features are. So we've got coordinate A, which is 9 over 2, 0. This maximum point, which is 3 over 27, and this minimum point, which is 0, 0. So what is this going to do to the coordinates, this f of x plus 3, Manayam? What's it going to do to the coordinates, this one? You're going to minus 3 to the x or y. So you're going to do the x coordinate, and you're going to subtract 3 from all of them. So then what I personally like to do in this different colour that I've got, well, this one is going to move, and it's going to become minus 3, 0. This one is going to move and become 0, 27. And 9 over 2 minus 3 is 1.5, or 3 over 2, 0. So by having done them in that different colour that I've got there, it now just means I need to think about where they're going to be plotted when I draw them on a graph. So I'm going to stick with this red pen for a second to show that they're all like this. So now the maximum point is going to be at 0, 27. It's going to cross down here at 3 over 2, 0. And the repeated root is going to be at minus 3 over 2. At minus 3, 0. So it now just becomes a case of sketching it so that you've got the maximum point at that place, like this. This is minus 3, 0. This is 0, 27. And this is 3 over 2, 0. So what I'm trying to say here is it can be useful to transform the coordinates rather than thinking about the whole graph shifting. You can see that the whole graph has shifted 3 to the left, but by doing the calculations to the coordinates, it can make the question be a little bit easier.
The y-intercept changed.
The y-intercept has changed. It's changed from intercepting at 0 to intercepting at 27. But the coordinates haven't changed of the y bits. Of these bits we're focusing on, the maximum is here and the y coordinate is still 27. Okay, so the intercepts will change, but the y coordinates of the original points won't change. And what's going to happen to this one that we've got here? So the x coordinate is going to be multiplied by a third. You could, if they asked you to describe it, you would say it is a stretch in the x direction, scale factor a third. But if we're talking about what's happening to the coordinates are all being thirded or divided by 3. So I'm going to write next to 0, 0. 0, 0 is going to stay at 0, 0 because 0 divided by 3 is 0. This 3 over 27, though, would become 127. I said 3 over 27, didn't I? 327. And this 9 over 2, 0 would become 3 over 2, 0. I've just divided it by 3. So when I draw the purple graph, I'm just going to think carefully about where they're all going to be. So 0, 0 is still going to be at the same place. It's not going to be at 3 over 27. It's going to be 127. And it's going to be at 3 over 2, 0. So it's going to be the same kind of shape. But the coordinates, that should have been at the minimum, are 127, 3 over 2, 0. And obviously that one is 0, 0 that you've got there. You don't really need to say the 0, 0 one because it's obviously there. So there's quite a lot of marks in that one. In probably the new spec, it wouldn't be quite as many marks as that. And it says on each sketch you should indicate clearly the coordinates of the maximum point and any points where the curve cross or meet the coordinate axis. So we've done that. We've said the maximum point and where it crosses the axis and meeting it here and here. This one's a bit harder to see because it's not on the same diagram, but it has compressed. It's kind of squashed in towards the middle. Then it says that the curve with equation y equals f of x plus k, where k is a constant, has a maximum point at 310. Write down the value of k. So at the moment, our maximum point is at 327. And their maximum point is at 310. So what's actually changed there? By how much? The y has gone minus 17, and so what does that mean that k is going to have to be? Exactly, so k is minus 17. We're taking that graph and we're pulling it all the way down so that the maximum point has decreased down to this place that we've got here. Do you see how you didn't need to do a drawing of that? You were just able to kind of think of that one and see how the coordinates were going to change. So I'm going to set you some questions from exercise 4G because I don't think we need to do this in class. I think we're just going to do a little bit more practice on some of these as homework. If you feel pretty confident with them, then it's just great to see it as some practice. Okay?